Everyone and welcome for a new video. So in today's video I wanted to cover the best matéria meld that you can get on the current higher gear set for your crafter from the update 6.0. The reasons why I decided to do that, and also going through all the different pieces, parts of the equipment one by one to show you the meld that I did. So before we start, I just wanted to give a big thanks to FF14teamcraft.com website. For me, they are really providing the best guides that you can get for meldings and for other gathering and crafting stuff. So really big thanks to them. I will put the link of the guide that I use for creating this video in the descriptions below. But yeah, continue guys, it's really awesome. Let's start with the reasons why I decided to do that. So to be honest, you don't really need to do it with the current content. The current content doesn't really require this amount of materials into your gear sets. You can really craft almost everything you want, like all the new gear sets, with really lower versions of that. And on the link that I will put on the descriptions, you will be able to see the different tier. So you will be able to see which one you need for the minimum to craft the new, the last gear set. But I thought that it was the good moment for me to do it for two reasons. So the first one, I want to be ready for 6.1. That should be here in like 3 months. And to make the first craft much easier, and I'm expecting a lot more recipes in 6.1 than what we saw in 6.05. So I really want to be ready to have the best that we can get. And also I'm crafting every day, so it's still worth for me to get this matéria band. The second reason, and I will be covering that into a new video in 1 or 2 days, is that with this matéria melding that I will show you, you will be able to use macros for crafting the resplendent crafting tools. So the resplendent crafting tools are, I think, the most difficult and time-consuming tools that you can get in Final Fantasy XIV right now. I did one manually and it took me a good 50 hours to do all of them. So I will show you all the steps into the next video that I will be posting in 1 or 2 days. But you will see that it's really time consuming. And thanks to Ash10 for his video a few days ago where he did show a set of new macros that Dr. Momoshi from the Team Craft FF14 created. And in this guide, you will be able to see some rotations, some of them that I tweaked a little bit to fit my need. But the gear set that I will show you today will help you to get the macro in for all the resplendent materials and items that you will have to craft to get the most difficult tools for crafter in the game. So that's kind of it for the two reasons. That's why I decided to take the gear. So now let's go through the equipment. So for the equipment, I decided to go with the full meld on everything on my gear set, including the primary tool and the secondary tool. So let's start with the primary tool. I try to add most control that I can get on the tool and some CP. The control craftsmanship here on the head, the body, a mix of control of craftsmanship as well. Control craftsmanship again for the hands. For the legs, the same, a lot of control and some CP. For the feet is pretty similar to the one that you have on the legs. Here is the secondary tool, so full focus on control like the primary tool plus some CP. For the earring, full control CP. Same for the necklace, same for the bracelet. You see that they are all three totally equally melded. And for the ring, it does change a little bit. It's control and craftsmanship with a little bit of CP at the end. So the two rings are equally the same. So with this melding, you will be able to get to craftsmanship 3367 and control 3516 with a total of CP of 586. So with these stats, you will be able to run the macros that I will be covering into the next guide to craft all your resplendent tools. And you will see that you will save many hours to do that instead of doing it manually. I really enjoyed creating my first manually, but it took so much time that I was totally tired of doing that for the 7 others, so it will save me a lot of time. So yeah, that's kind of it. I just wanted to cover that because I didn't want to create a guide that will take 20 minutes in 1 or 2 days, because when I will go through the resplendent tools crafting, I want to cover all the different steps that you need to require and explaining the different macros to achieve all the steps. So I didn't want it to add on top of that the explanations of my current geosets. So I will be able to reference this video into my next video to make the second one a little bit shorter. So yeah, that's kind of it about my current geoset and the melding that I put. So again, big thank you to FF14teamcraft.com team. You are the best. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to put a little like, subscribe maybe, and see you in the next video. Thank you all, bye.